What if I told you there's a roadmap, a guide to navigating this storm and coming out on the other side not just alive, but stronger, more resilient, more formidable? You must have heard of it. That guide is Stoicism, an ancient philosophy developed by some of the toughest minds in history. People like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca. Chapter 1. An ancient solution to modern problems. Ancient philosophy. How in the world is that going to help me today, you're probably asking? Well, listen carefully, because Stoicism ain't just any old philosophy. It's a life hack born in the chaotic streets of Athens, refined in the brutal power of Rome. And it's as relevant now as it was 2,000 years ago. So pay attention. Stoicism was crafted by men who've seen it all. Wealth, power, fame, war, despair, you name it. Guys like Epictetus, who went from being a slave to one of the most influential minds of his era. Seneca, a statesman and a playwright, navigating the stormy politics of the Roman Empire. And Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, waging wars and handling power while contemplating life and death. These guys didn't have time for empty intellectual debates. They were busy dealing with real life, just like you are. And they figure out a way to do it with strength and calm. Stoicism is their manual for life, their rule book for handling everything. From daily annoyances to crippling setbacks, Stoicism puts you in the driver's seat. It says, hey, most of the stuff around you, it's out of your control. The weather, the traffic, other people's opinions, can't touch them. But your thoughts, your actions, your responses, that's on you. It's a philosophy that pushes you to focus on what you can change and let go of what you can't. It's about knowing the difference between the two and not losing your shit over it. It's about understanding that life isn't a calm sail. It's a storm, and you are caught right in the middle of it. And Stoicism is your compass. Listen, by watching these videos, I know you aren't one of those losers who think they already know everything. Even if you've only watched one video on this channel, you still clicked on it, and that shows that you have a fire inside of you to start improving. You already showed the willpower. The only thing you need is a path. I've put down 10 modules which you can see as ladders. Every module or ladder will exactly explain to you step by step how to get to the top. From achieving peak masculinity, advanced testosterone optimization, getting women, mastering the game of exchanging value, to actual money-making methods, and even more. I have literally laid the groundwork for you to become jacked, attractive, rich, and of high social status. You don't lack motivation. You just lack the knowledge and trust in the path that you're taking. You can continue messing around in the never-ending cycle of taking paths that lead to nothing, or click the link in the description down below. Chapter 2. Cultivating Virtue. So now that you understand what Stoicism is all about, it's time to get our hands dirty. At the very foundation of Stoicism, there's a principle that you cannot afford to overlook. We're talking about virtue, of course. Do not roll your eyes at me. Virtue isn't some old-fashioned concept that belongs in a museum. It is about becoming the best possible version of yourself, a person that you can respect when you look in the mirror. The Stoics, like Seneca and Aurelius, held 4 virtues in high regard: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Sounds silly, right? But break it down and you'll see why these are as relevant today as they were back then. Wisdom. It's not about memorizing facts and figures. It's about understanding life, making sound judgments, knowing what matters and what doesn't. It's about learning when to shut up and learning when to speak out, when to push on and when to let go. Courage. This isn't just about bravery in a battle or in any sense of the word. It's about mental and emotional strength. It's about facing life's challenges head on, not running from them. It's about standing up for what you believe in, even if you're standing alone. Justice. It's not just about law and order. It's about fairness, respect, doing the right thing. It's about treating others the way that you would want to be treated. It's about playing your part in making this world less of a shithole. Temperance. It's all about balance, self-control. It's about not going overboard, not letting your desires control you. It's about knowing when enough is enough. These virtues are not something you're born with. They are something you make yourself. You train, you develop, and it's a lifelong process, not a weekend project. Think about it. What's one area of your life that you could be wiser, braver, more fair, or self-controlled. Identify that, work on it, and take small steps, and be proud of yourself along the way. Chapter 3. Practicing Detachment. Let's shift gears for a little bit. Stoicism isn't about mastering virtues and turning adversity into advantage. It's also about learning the art of detachment. This does not mean becoming an emotionless robot or a loner living in the woods. Stoics didn't advocate for that. What they supported was learning how to detach from things outside of their control. It's about understanding that there is a difference between what happens to us and how we react to it. For example, Epictetus once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." It's powerful stuff, right? Think about it. You lose your job, your girlfriend breaks up with you, your friend betrays you. These are events. They happened. No denying that, but how you react, what you feel, and what you do next, it's all on you. So how does this work in our modern, chaotic world? Let's say that you're working on a major project or studying for exams. Social media, video games, TV series, they're all a click away, aren't they? They're tempting you, trying to steal your focus. This is where detachment comes in. Learn to detach yourself from these distractions. Understand that while they may offer instant gratification, they do nothing for your long-term goals. They do nothing for you going to bed that night and not feeling like shit about yourself. Or take an even harsher scenario. You put your heart and your soul into something, be it a job interview, a relationship, or a startup, and it doesn't pan out. It hurts. Of course it hurts. But detachment teaches you to separate your worth, your identity, from the results of your action. So you didn't get the job. So she said no. So the startup failed. So what? That doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you did it, and you gotta try again, and try it differently. Mastering detachment in this ever-demanding, ever-judging world isn't easy. It's a battle that you're gonna have to fight every day, trust me. But it's a battle worth fighting every day, because it gives you the freedom to live in the moment, to take risks, to fail and stand back up. It allows you to fully experience life without fear of judgment or rejection. Chapter 4. Developing Resilience Through Community. As we dive deeper into the ocean of Stoicism, there is something that I need to get off my chest. The journey you're on, this path to becoming unbreakable, it's not a solo mission. Stoicism doesn't advocate for you to be a lone wolf. On the contrary, your social circle, your community plays a crucial role in shaping you. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Mankind is interdependent. No one can do everything, and everyone can do something." What he meant was that we're social creatures. We thrive when we are connected, when we have people that share our goals and work together. Let's start with people you hang out with, your friends. Who are they? What do they do? How do they approach life? You might have heard that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I'm not that old, but I can tell you that it's true. As far as I can tell, their mindsets, their values, their ambitions, or lack thereof, rub off on you. Surround yourself with goal-oriented, uplifting people who will find your path to self-improvement valuable, and that journey will become smoother. Then there's the broader community, both offline and online. Yeah, you heard me. The internet ain't all bad. There are countless forums, groups, or platforms where like-minded individuals come together to discuss, debate, and even share insights about everything under the sun, including Stoicism. Join these platforms, engage in meaningful conversations, and learn from others' experiences. Share your own. It is a great way to reinforce your understanding and your commitment to the Stoic path. Now for the harsh truth. There's no utopia. Not everyone will be on the same journey as you. There will be skeptics, people who don't believe your way of life, people who don't understand why you're doing what you're doing. You gotta learn to filter them out. Detachment, remember? This doesn't mean that you disregard them or you disrespect them, but it means that you don't let their opinions sway your beliefs or derail you from your path. Building a resilient character in a world full of chaos and distractions is not exactly a picnic, but you are not meant to go through it alone. Find your people, connect to your virtues, strengthen them, and become the undefeatable character you have to become in today's chaotic world.